That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
All right. Okay. All right. I think so. Okay.
And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
He's checking
Second down, Murray sets to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long.
Oh, that sucks.
Kirk complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. First down, Murray. He gets it left side of Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yep. He is. Okay.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Man,
oh my God.
Tight end play.
That's ridiculous.
And he is into the end zone.
Okay.
Touchdown, Arizona. Charles Clay, 27 yards. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
You ever clean your controller on the inside?
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Vikings nothing. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Cousins in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Play fake. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in his zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. They go play action. Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And will be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Positioning is everything in this one.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After one, 7-0
laptop
on
with you
EA
too?
Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
I'm just trying to figure out how you make them post so damn fast. So I was trying to figure out how you make them post so damn fast.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards of
Yeah,
first
like
down.
the highlights of
Tremendous
our game
blocking by the
that you
interior
doing
of the
right now.
offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them.
Yeah, I was just
for that
wondering
much space to
how you was
rumble.
doing it so fast while you playing the game. That's all.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go option to the... Oh, now Murray has it stripped. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy
Make
have
sure you
the
highlight
juice?
that.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on.
All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right, right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Alright.
I only made moves on actual roster players. I only picked up guys that were supposed to be on the Oh, that was before.
Yeah, he posted the other game. Yeah, you didn't post a fumble. Nope. Oh, wait. Yeah, it does. Alright. All good.
The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal.
Be
He
like
thinks he's
that.
the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Dan Bailey now for the extra point.
Oh, shit.
It's good, and we're on time at 7 apiece.
Nah, I don't see on the replays. No, just the chat. Yeah, no, it's not on here. Just the people posting their game reports. This is the last one.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be
Yeah, I didn't
in
know
the
he
end
was
zone.
even doing that yet. I thought he was waiting
Won't return
till
this one. He'll
the
go
start.
down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Okay. Alright.
Here's the Arizona offense
All right,
now
cool.
as they get set to take over. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running from the gun, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise they ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told her, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The gun. Here's Murray. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Everson Griffin just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Murray. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Fielded about a yard deep.
Ah,
he'll
shit.
be out of bounds across the 25.
Ooh. That's a tight video.
And now out comes Minnesota. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play action now. Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's true. You knew at least, like, probably took me like 20 games.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake, Cousins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 12. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
What do you say about team reports? Okay.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Oh, look at that. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg? and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown run. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Skill training, that's for sure.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Damn.
His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, come on up, come on up.
Again, it's Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Rodney Gunter. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side.
Yeah, I gotta learn to read better.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage.
Damn.
But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Okay. That's good enough. Yeah.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's how you play?
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll hand it off now. Johnson.
Oh, what the hell?
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5. Up to the 25-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third down, Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Andy Lee now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
Who do you coach high school? Oh, okay.
This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rodney Gunter. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Oh, cool.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out.
Ooh, you got it.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's going wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
He's going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Chad Beebe, 54 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Bailey now for the extra point.
Beebe, I think that's a rookie.
He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
So we still can't use double A gap? Okay.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Johnson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Cousins to throw it. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen. And now it's 2nd down. Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You don't get it. There's no timeout.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Wow.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
I should have used it.
Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, good thing you ain't got Peterson no more.
On 1st down, Johnson. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. He'll have a 1st down and move past the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good game.
That looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
Yeah.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Vikings. Oh, I mean, I think the Bears.
A road win in the National Football League.
I'm not really sure.
You never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what teams were open yet.
And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road.
Yeah, because I wanted Bears at first, and you said Bears were taken. Alright.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Yeah, for some reason it won't let me screenshot like the share play screenshot. It won't let me do it. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Mm-hmm. Alright, let me finish doing this post with 5 interceptions. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it's still on. Alright.